Hey everybody, me LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy, reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. And I'm reading April 9th, Giving. Learning to be a healthy Learning to be a healthy giver can be a challenge. A healthy giver. I was a giver. I've always been a giver, but not in a healthy way. I give too much and then I don't leave anything left for me. So learning to be a healthy giver can be a challenge, as I know. Many of us got caught up in compulsive giving. Charitable acts motivated by uncharitable feelings of guilt, shame, obligation, pity, and moral superiority. Excuse me. We got caught up in compulsive giving. We just give. It's like, when we're doing unmindful things, meaning when we're doing something without thinking it, like compulsive coffee drinking, compulsive smoking, compulsive spending, Compulsive is like knowing, I don't really need this and I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's compulsive. So we get in this giving routine, this giving habit, and it's just like, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll do that for you. Yes, I'll give. And then, oh my gosh, we get drained and worn out, and no wonder we feel deprived. We have forgotten to give to ourselves because we're in this compulsive giving. Charitable acts motivated by uncharitable feelings of guilt, shame, obligation, pity, and moral superiority. So we do that because we feel guilty and we're ashamed of ourselves. So I'll give to try and foster some self-worth out of that. And it's the wrong way. We need to flip the script. We now understand that caretaking and compulsive giving don't work. They backfire. Caretaking keeps us feeling victimized. We keep ourselves, if we give, if we overgive, then we feel like victims of this world. Like, oh God, I gotta just we never get to feel the joy of being, empowered in this world. Many of us gave too much, thinking we were doing things right. Then we became confused because our life and relationships weren't working. Why is this not working? I'm giving. Why is this not working? That we might say to ourselves, right? Well, many of us gave so much for so long thinking we were doing God's will, and then in recovery we refused to give, care, or love for a time. So we give, and then we get into this recovery thing and we're like, fine, I'm not going to give it all. We go to these extremes. Many people, we live in these extremes, like super highs, super lows. Give. Okay, fine, I won't give anything at all. We back and forth. We're trying to find the middle balance, middle ground. So that's okay. Perhaps we need a rest, but healthy giving is part of healthy living. So we do have to learn how to give, but in a healthy way. So we just got to reframe everything. The goal in recovery is balance. Caring that is motivated by a true desire to give. So we got to look at our motivations behind things, in all things, in giving, in our work, in the motivation behind why we're going to watch Netflix for the next 4 hours. Is it because you really need a rest or because you're bored, or what's the motivation behind things? So care for lives. Perhaps we need a rest, but healthy giving is part of healthy living. The goal in recovery is balance. Caring that is motivated by a true desire to give, with an underlying attitude of respect for ourselves and for others. The goal in recovery is to choose what we want to give. So our goal, let's now start making conscious decisions about when we're going to give, why we're giving, what we're going to give, to whom, when, and how much. The goal in recovery is to give, and then not feel victimized by our giving. I just gave him so much, or I just did so much for her. Why is she not giving back for me? Well, what was your motivation? Was your motivation giving in that giving? Was it to get appreciation? Was it to get self-validation? What's the motivation behind it? Because if we do it with the wrong motivation, then we're going to be expecting something in return, and we're not giving from a place of purity. So, are we giving because we want to? Because it's our responsibility, so these are questions to ask yourself. Or are we giving because we feel obligated, guilty, ashamed, or even superior? Are we giving because we're afraid to say no? So is it a fear? Are you giving because of fear? Are the ways we try to assist people helpful? Or do they prevent others from facing their true responsibilities? Are we helping someone because we feel obligated to, and we know the answer, and if we help them, then they'll be okay? Because if we do that, then we're not letting them face their responsibilities. That's a huge codependency piece. Are we giving so that people will like us? Huh? Or feel obligated to us? Or are you giving so that then you think you have some control over them? Well, I gave them so much, so now I have a hold on them. Are we giving to prove we're worthy, like I've spoken about? Or are we giving because we want to give and it feels right? Simple, right? We just got to look at this stuff, though, and ask some simple questions. And then we can live in healthier ways and give in healthier ways. Recovery includes a cycle of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. Balance, part of the flow. It keeps healthier energy flowing among us, our higher power, and others. It keeps healthy energy flowing among us, among our higher power, and around others. It takes time to learn how to give in healthy ways. It takes time to learn to receive. I know that for sure too. It's hard for me to receive. Be patient. Balance will come. Keep at it. Be patient. Keep asking questions. Keep questioning yourself. Keep questioning your motivations. And balance will come. Slowly but surely. And then here's our prayer for today. God, please guide my giving and my motives today. Help me, God, guide my motives and my giving. What's the motivation behind it? Good question to ask yourself. Amazing. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.